And we're back, and I've got my next guest with me. It's Mike from Softron. Hi, Mike. Thank you.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very good. Thank you for coming on. It's always appreciated when you come off your stand and come and talk to us here in the booth. For those who don't know, first start, tell us a little bit about Softron, what it is you guys do.
Softron is a company that focuses on broadcasting software for radio and television for the Macintosh.
Yep.
We're an exclusive Mac developer. We've been in business, this is our 31st year.
Right.
So we have applications that'll do automation.
Yep.
Applications that'll actually ingest media, capture media for use in the post-production process or for archiving, things of that nature. And we have some radio broadcasting software for streaming and audio. Understood.
So we'll go into a little bit of detail on some of the products that you do, but this is obviously IBC and there's always new stuff to talk about. What are you showing this year at IBC?
Well, this year what we're primarily stressing is our new Playout Engine.
Yep.
We developed the Playout Engine because QuickTime wasn't really the best Playout engine that there was for making sure that you had audio video in sync. And that lasted for about 10 years. 10 years ago is when we actually developed it. But there's been new codecs, new wrappers that have come to the market since, H.264, DNxHD, MXF, things that have really captured the use of a lot of players in the market. And our old Playout engine really didn't support those. So we've been working over the last year and a half to make sure that we have a robust engine that's going to last us for the next 10 years.
Right.
And that's the thing that we've been highlighting here at the show. We announced it at NAB. We're actually shipping the first pre-release versions of it here at the show, and it's been very well received.
Yep.
So we're able to do everything all the way up to 4K.
Brilliant. Well, we'll get on to 4K in a minute, but I'm quite interested in the fact that you said that you are a Mac-only software solution. I'm interested to know the reasoning behind that. What's your thoughts on running on the Mac platform?
Well, the reasoning behind the companies being a Mac developer was they started in Belgium as a Mac reseller, Mac integrator. And they just loved the way that the Mac handled audio and video.
Yep.
Their first products were for radio, and they developed it for audio. Subsequently, they developed it for video because the Mac is actually a better platform.
Yes.
Initially, there was QuickTime, and then there was AV Foundation. And you look around and you see a lot of companies like Blackmagic Design, Aja, DeltaCast, Matrox, a lot of those companies coming out with Mac-based video cards to support the Mac Playout system. And the Mac is an easier to use system, quicker to get up and running, more reliable, if you will, in the broadcast industry. It's tough because a lot of people believe that they need to stay in a Windows area or in a Linux area, but the Mac is actually more robust. It requires less support, and it's easier to use.
Brilliant. Now, the buzzword this year has been for about a year or so now, but this year is everywhere, is 4K. You can see a 4K screen virtually on every other booth around here. 3D came and kind of went. What's your thoughts on 4K?
Well, we feel that 4K is going to be a medium that's going to take off in an accelerated way. If you think back a year ago, like you said, it was all 3D. NAB was this big launch of 4K, if you will, and that was a mere 6 months ago. And here, anybody is showing a 4K screen or 4K output. I think the user experience with 3D was really what hampered it. People weren't used to to that environment, to viewing in 3D. There really wasn't that much content that was developed and available for 3D. There was some sports, there were some movies, but local television, regional television wasn't available for it. Commercials weren't 3D. The production costs of 3D were such that a lot of people weren't getting into it. So 4K, I think you're going to find people are going to master in 4K and they're going to down-res, and they'll be ready for 4K when it's available.
And as I say, your Mac solution, Playout from a Mac on 4K, okay?
Yeah, well, we're able to do it with our new Playout engine. That's the sophistication of our new Playout engine. So we're showing it actually 4K Playout on a Mac Mini.
Brilliant. Now, everybody wants a powerhouse computer to run, especially something like 4K video. Everybody waited for the new Mac Pro to be released, it's always been this massive, great big unit where you can put cards in and things like this, and they've come out with something the size of a shoebox. What's your thoughts on the new Mac Pro?
Well, I think it's an absolute brilliant product.
Right.
I mean, my understanding, I haven't held one in my hands. I've got money laid aside in order to get one. The first time it comes out, it's 7 by 9, basically donut.
Yep.
You know, if you look at it, it's got all the speed you're going to need for I/O based on the Thunderbolt ports and the USB 3 ports. My understanding is the power is able to drive newer versions of Final Cut in 4K resolution. You can have like 2 or 3 streams of 4K and edit in real time. From our standpoint, the importance is going to be, because we've always stressed the fact that you can have multiple video outputs or multiple video inputs with our software. We finally have a machine again that is going to be able to do multiple I/Os, because the Mac Pro is not available in Europe.
Sure.
It is available in the United States, but you can't really do 4 or 6 I/Os on a Mac Mini. It's impossible.
Sure, understood. Now, if people want to find you here at IBC and have a look at your products, whereabouts will they find you?
They'll find us in Hall 7. We're in G12, against the back wall. We have a corner booth. It's nice and open. We're showing all of our products there. If people want to find us on the web, we're at www.softron.tv, softron.tv, and all of our new announcements are there. All of the explanations about what the products do, comparisons between our products, so that people get a very good idea what the capabilities are of each of our I/O products.
Brilliant. And if people are looking for a local representative for Softron around the world, obviously we've got people all over the world looking at this stream. Do you have representatives around the world?
We have representatives worldwide. In the Netherlands, we have a representative called the Future Store. In the United Kingdom, we have Jigsaw and Digital Garage. But all of our resellers are listed on our website, and they're broken down by country and region.
Brilliant. Mike, thank you very much for coming on and talking about Softron. It's all very interesting for me as well as a Mac user. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
Go and have a look at their website, softron.tv. From there, you'll be able to find links to all their resellers around the world, and you go and give them a contact and find out some more information.